What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the local flea market. With summer coming to a close, the weather has been like perfect. It's gorgeous out today, so we're going bright and early, taking a ride down there, seeing what I can find. You know, I'm always looking for like steals and deals on older Funko items, Funko Pop, stuff like that to add to my collection or to the inventory. So can't wait to get out there and maybe we'll find something cool. You never know. So let's see what we can find out of the flea market. Stopping by our first booth here, this guy had a lot of pops, a lot of good stuff on the table, some older stuff. You see that Flocked Blue and the John Wick. But in the bins, he had everything marked for $10, so I had to do some digging to see if there was anything worthwhile for me to grab. But there really wasn't too much going on down here. You see some Stranger Things, some like older anime and like Marvel stuff, but really nothing that really caught my eye, so I didn't grab anything from here. But then the next booth over, he had a bunch of racks set up, and there was some pretty good stuff on these racks. You got some anime here. You can see we have this Seraph at the end here. These are older ones that you don't really see too often, so that's not a bad one. And then we got the Banjo-Kazooie here, which is a newer one. That Elmo there is a newer one as well. And just a whole like mishmash of pops over here. There's Green Lantern with the speech bubble. This is before they started doing a lot of the speech bubble stuff, so that was like probably the first speech bubble one they've made, but nevertheless, didn't need to grab that. But some older stuff here on the shelves. We got this, the Evie Fry here from Assassin's Creed video game pops are always pretty popular. So that's not a bad one to look at. And then down on the bottom, some other stuff. We got some of the newer Matrix line, and then these Warcraft ones here from 2016. So that one's one of them, 2016, and then there's another one here also from 2016 as well, both Warcraft, so those you don't see too often either, so not too bad. And just going through some more of his stuff, he's got some Star Trek and some Street Fighter stuff, so those are also older, so those are fun to see out, at the flea market. Then up top, another speech bubble, that Bruce Banner, so just a couple of the original speech bubble ones up here, and then we have this JD Phoenix here. Gears of War has been pretty hot, now it's on PlayStation now, so that's pretty cool. And then there's Kate here from the Royal Family. So yeah, two other ones that are interesting. And then I love this Matador Bender. The Bender is great. That is such a fun one. I love the new Futurama Pops. That is a fun one to see. And then, Cowboy fans, cover your eyes. We have this Micah Parsons here, who is no longer on the Cowboys. Just got traded to Green Bay. And then the booth over here had some older stuff in these bins. Like, I love these original Inside Outs, the Anger and the Fear. That is a newer Monkey D. Luffy. But these Inside Out stuff, those are really cool. You do not see those often. They do have some pretty good value. So those might have to be some pickups. And this Spike here from the Rugrats, that is a fun one. So I'm going to dig through these bins and see what else he's got. And here we go. You got a Timon here. And then Lord of the Rings Galadriel, Lara Croft, and then, like I said, that Spike again. So I might have to grab some from this booth. And then coming on over to our next area. This guy always has a lot set up, all new things every week. This week, nothing that I really needed. He had a lot of music and like superheroes and horror. So not anything I really needed. But these I thought were cool. These like little BTS like mascot type figures. Those are pretty cool. But, just nothing I really needed to pick up for the collection or for the inventory. But again, this guy comes every week, and he always has a large selection, always bringing out new stuff. So you always got to stop by because you never know, what he's really going to bring out. And like I said, over here, he's got even more. He's got like some Star Wars, some more DC and Marvel heroes, some cartoons, like random Disney stuff mixed in. Love that Doug from Up. That is such a good pop. And then Mr. Freeze is really cool. A lot of wrestling over here. People do like wrestling, so yeah, that's good to see. And then just some more Disney stuff over here. That's Sully and Boo. That is a fun one. But yeah, nothing I really need for myself. And then he's got some of his like bigger like 6-inch and Moments and 2-packs over here. So that's fun to see the Tweedledee and Tweedledum. That is an older one. And he also has the little Sebastian and Jerry from Parks and Recs. That's a fun one to see as well. But yeah, a large selection, but nothing I need. And it wouldn't be the flea market without the Lafufu. So definitely got to see those. But let's make our way over to the next flea market. And starting off the next one, there were 2 tables that had pops that were 3 for $10, and then there was also like 2 for $5. But it's a lot of like common stuff, just nothing that I really felt like I needed to add. Some older stuff, but nothing too spectacular. As you can see here, I was checking through it. I thought that was the Tony Soprano there, but it's just the Penguin from the new Batman. So really not much that I needed. And then this table here, these pops look like they've seen better days. These boxes were absolutely torched, so I had to pass on those, unfortunately. But yeah, those boxes were not great. And then this table here had a lot of good stuff, a lot of older stuff. Look at that Tyler Durden from Fight Club. I love seeing that one. Don't know why, but I do like that. And then the Cabbage Man in the cart with the con sticker. This is a fun one that you don't see too often, so that's a good one. Playboy Penguin with the shared sticker. We have some older like Toys R Us sticker stuff, so that is really cool to see. A lot of like older anime and like some older Marvel. We have that Super Saiyan Brawly chase. That is a good one, like a really good one if the price is right. And then over here some more like anime, some Persona 5 in the front. Just a lot of good older pops that you haven't seen too often. So I'm going to see if there's anything here that I can grab, because I'm definitely seeing a couple pops that are catching my eye. So I think I'm going to have to talk some price and see what I can walk away with, because I think there's going to be a few that I'm going to want. And just like that, we filled up our bag here. A couple, you can see a little sneak peek on the top there, but definitely walking away with a lot of good pops. Can't wait to get home and go through all this and show you guys exactly what I was able to walk with at the flea market. All right, and I'm back, and I gotta say, that was one of the best days I've had out of the flea markets. There were a lot of vendors out there. It was absolutely packed, so definitely got some good stuff to bring back for the inventory. And let's get into some of that stuff right now, because there was a lot of good stuff. And the first couple are some anime ones that are really, really good finds. And the price was really good on these, so I couldn't pass them up. And the first one is that legendary Super Saiyan Brawly, the Chase here. This is a great pop. We've had it before in our inventory. It sold pretty quickly. And this one has some really good value. So this was such a great find. And Dragon Ball Z has been super hot for us. So this is a great pop. And the Glow Chase is just really, really great. So definitely was excited to find this. And over at that same booth, I was able to find another anime one. And that is the Cabbage Man and cart there with the official con sticker. This is a great one too. You don't see this one too often. And, Avatar is people have been asking me for Avatar a lot recently at shows. So when I saw this, and I knew this was like a pretty rare one that, I don't come across often. So this was definitely one I had to pick up. So really was happy to grab these two at that booth. He had a lot of good stuff, but these two really stood out to me. So I was definitely glad to be able to grab these two. And then over at the next booth, I grabbed a lot of stuff from them. Starting off, we did grab a lot of the pops from the original Willy Wonka set. We got the Grandpa Joe here. We got Mike TV. And what else we have? There was a bunch from this set. Augustus Gloop here. And this set I just think is really, really great. One of my favorite movies of all time. So when these pops came out, I did grab the set for myself personally. And I don't think we've really had this much at our shows. So when I was able to grab these at this flea market for a really good price, I couldn't pass on those. We have the Veruca Salt here with the golden egg. That is a good one. And also the Violet after she's eaten the little like gum that she wasn't supposed to have. But there it is, Violet. She's blown up all blue, like the big blueberry with the shared sticker, 2016. So this is a really good set. So when he had pretty much all of them, he was missing, Charlie, Willie, and the Oompa Loompa. So those three we'll have to get to complete the set here. But when I saw he had most of the set, I definitely had to grab those because these are really good. And they're coming in from 2016, so they're not recent. They're pretty old, so almost 10 years old pops there. So that is really good to see. And this guy also had this right here, the Kratos with the Blades of Chaos, the glow-in-the-dark one. I love Kratos. I love Kratos pops. And anytime we get them in stock, they sell super quick. So when I saw this, had to grab it. And like I said, the prices were really, really good. So was excited to grab that. And I believe he had one more that I grabbed from him. Yes, he had one more, and that is this Rubber Man here from the original American Horror Story set. So this one has some decent value as well. So American Horror Story stuff with Halloween coming up, and you know that spooky time right around the corner. I thought this was a perfect one to add to our inventory. And again, prices were great at this guy's booth. It looks like he was just selling his collection and getting out. So was able to pick this one up for a really good price. So yeah, a lot of good stuff from that guy's booth. So was definitely happy I can grab those. And then at the next booth, they had a bunch of really cool things. Starting off with right here, we have this Castiel here with the Hot Topic sticker. The Castiel with wings here from Supernatural. Talk about another set that sells super fast for us. And every time we get like Supernatural stuff in, it's pretty much right out the door. I know they're coming out with some newer Supernatural pops, so that'll be good. I know people are, always asking me about Supernatural. So when I saw that, anytime I see those out at the flea market and yard sales, stuff like that, I always have to pick them up because pretty much once we get them in, they're gone. So definitely have to pick that up. And then also this Lara Croft here. Again, video game stuff. Video game stuff is always hot, and Lara Croft is a good one. I think they're coming out with either a TV show or a movie for Tomb Raider, so had to grab this one because, again, such a classic, such a good one. And, yeah, again, prices at this booth were also really good. And then he had two more here that you probably saw in the video, and that is the Inside Out stuff, the original Inside Out stuff. This is the Anger. I have this one in my collection. I love this pop. It's super heavy, and these are just really good. These are from 2015, so these are 10 years old now, these pops. And just Inside Out, such a great movie. I think it's my favorite Pixar movie. So good. And again, you don't see these original ones. We get the Fear as well, and there were 6 in this original set, so we got 2 of them here, and these are really good, the Anger and Fear. So these, I have no doubt, will be pretty quick sellers for us. So definitely excited to be able to grab these. And then the last 3 I was able to grab from a booth here. We have these from Seraph at the end here. We have the Ferret right there as well. And we have the, I guess it's Yuichiro Demon. That is also a good one. So Seraph at the end, and older like anime pops. Again, you don't see too often. Coming in from 2017. So again, anime has been like a super hot seller for us. So was excited to find something that we haven't. I don't think we've ever had these. So adding these to the table, I'm pretty sure these will go pretty quick. They got some window rashing on them just from, I guess, being in and out of bins. But again, these are super great, and definitely excited to add these. And the one more that he did have, and surprisingly people ask me for these all the time, and this is the Thomas Jefferson from Hamilton. People ask me for Hamilton pops all the time, so seeing this and the price on it, I think it was like $5 or $10. But again, Hamilton pops, this is a good one. Definitely glad to add this to the inventory because I know this is going to probably sell pretty quickly for us too. Not too many Broadway pops are made, and I think a lot of them are from Hamilton. So I guess now we have a Hamilton in the inventory. But yeah, overall the flea market was really, really good. The weather was perfect. I just like walking around and seeing what people have out there. You never know what you're going to find. Always looking for like older pops and just older stuff from like my childhood generation. So having all these there, this is such a really, really great day. Glad I can add these all to the inventory. And we do have a show coming up at the end of September, so these will all be available at that show at the Woodbridge Mall. So definitely excited to bring those there and, bring these out to the people and see how many of these will go at that next show. But definitely excited to grab all these for a great price. Again, if you have flea markets in your area, check them out, yard sales, stuff like that. You never know what you're going to find. Sometimes I go there and I buy literally nothing. This time I went and bought like 20 pops. So it's hit or miss, but this time was definitely a hit. And I'm definitely excited to go again before the weather starts to get too cold and there are no vendors and it's just too cold to walk around. But overall, just a huge success. And yeah, can't wait to go back maybe next week. Let me know, guys, in the comment section down below if you saw anything on one of those tables that you think you would have picked up or something that I passed on that I maybe should have picked up. And also let me know what your favorite pop here that I did pick up was. For me, it's got to be those Inside Out ones. I love the Anger. Those are just such great pops, such a classic movie. So definitely loving those. But again, let me know down there what your favorite one is that you see from all these ones that I picked up. And I'm I'm glad you guys made it this far in the video. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit that like button. It would really help out. And, you know, share the video out to your friends, and maybe they'll like it as well. So I really appreciate you guys making it this far. If you don't want to miss any future content coming out, New York Comic Con's right around the corner. I'll have a lot going on for that. I'll have some more flea market videos, some more yard sale things, more Funko news coming out. So if you do enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Just hit that subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. It helps out the channel immensely. But again, like, comment, subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.